Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking. Great to be back with you today. I'm going to bring to you something that's a staple in Mexico, pico de gallo. And there are lots of different recipes, but this is a very simple recipe that you can make in a hurry. I'm fixing lunch today and I'm making enough for 2 people. So I'm going to show you how I make it. It's so simple. I'm going to start off, I've got 5 tomatoes here, and they're just normal sized tomatoes. I've got some cilantro. I've got a serrano pepper. Now, these are very spicy. You might want to just use the end of it or the whole thing. It depends on how spicy you want to use it. I would suggest to you that don't do what I'm doing. When you're hanging them, you just put some rubber gloves on, especially when you cut them open. The seeds are very hot, and if you forget and put your hand in your mouth, your eyes, you're going to be in big trouble. But this gives it a mound of flavor to have that in there, okay? Then we're going to use 1/4 of this onion chopped up. And the secret to really good pico de gallo, people know, is lime juice. A lot of times when people make pico de gallo, they just squeeze 1 lime juice in there and that's it. The more lime juice, it gives it the more flavor. And also a lot of salt. But in all of my cooking, I use light, low sodium salt. So sometimes when you think I'm using an awful lot of salt, everything I use is light, low sodium. So all you really need is a cutting board and a nice sharp knife. I've got a squeezer for my limes. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start chopping these up and bring this to you in portions as I make them. So let's get started on making our pico de gallo for lunch. I was going to bring this to you in portions. So what I'm going to do is I'll cut this in half, and I'm going to cut the center of this tomato out and get all the seeds out. I'm not going to use that. All I want is the outside of the tomato. I'm going to get all the seeds out, and then what I'm going to do is I'll cut it like this, and I'm going to cut it in real tiny pieces. So that's what I'm going to do with all these tomatoes. I'm going to cut the center out and slice them into real small pieces. Let me get all the tomatoes chopped up, and we'll go to the next step. See, I've got my last tomato here. I've got them cut up on little lines, and I'm chopping them to small pieces. And we'll put them right here in my bowl with the rest of mine. The next thing I probably will add is my onion. I'll cut this in half, and I'm going to use 1/4 of it. But I'm going to cut this and peel it and everything, but I'm going to cut the same size, and I'll show you this when I get back to the part of cutting this. And cut these ends off. Then I like to take the first layer off of the onion. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in half. And then I'm going to cut this into little small pieces. And then I'll be right back to you when I get these small pieces. Okay, my onions, tomato, and cilantro are all chopped up. We'll just sort of toss these around a little bit here, so they get a little bit of everywhere. Okay, and then my chili peppers, and boy, they are really hot. While I was cutting them, my eyes were watering. So we'll put those in here, mix it around a little bit, because I don't want them all concentrated in one place. But like I said, you don't have to use the chilies either, because they are spicy. So let me mix those up some. And as you know, I have a lot of lime trees and fruit trees in my little farmhouse. These are key limes that I talk about all the time. These came from the farmhouse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in half. I'm going to juice these, and I'm going to put the juice of 4 key limes in here. And you say, wow, that's a lot of juice. But it's not really. The more juice it gives it, the more flavor. Because a lot of people, that's it. They'll just put that in there and no more. But you need to have all this, the juice in there to give it the real true flavor. Like I said, I know that looks like a lot. But sometimes when you're making pico de gallo, if you have your own, just try. Put an extra lime in there to see the difference that it makes. Okay, this is my last one. Okay, I've got all 4 limes in there. And now I've got my salt. Now, I'll tell you, like, this is light, low sodium. I'm gonna put maybe a tablespoon of salt, and I'm just gonna wing that, guess it. I know that looks like a lot, but remember, this is light salt, and you might even want more than that in there, okay? But anyhow, put that in there. And then I'm gonna mix this all up. Bring all that lime juice up from the bottom to get it all coated. And this smells incredible. And there's your very simple pico de gallo. Now, I could just take this with a spoon and eat it just like this. I mean, I love pico de gallo. But if I had somebody coming over, what I'd probably do is get a colorful bowl out, and I'm gonna take some of this and put it in my little, I happen to have a chili bowl here. We'll put it right here. I have the major bowl still right here. And then I've got some corn chips. I'm gonna take some corn chips. And I'll take the corn chips and put on some on this side. And I'll put some corn chips on this side. This would be a great, if you're just having people come up, drop by for just to watch a TV program or a game or something with the beers. And there we go. There's your very simple pico de gallo with chips. It's delicious. And now this is the true test. I've been waiting for this the whole time. Just reach in there, and I've got some with chili on. I see the chilies right there. I've got the cilantro. Boy, you're gonna love this. Try this and see what you think. Later on, at my other house, I have an avocado tree, and it's just beginning to produce avocados. We will take this and we'll make some guacamole, but that's coming soon. Try this. It's wonderful. It's a part of Mexico. Thank you for following me on Facebook and subscribing to me on YouTube. You're my family and my friends, and I appreciate your support. Try this from sunny Mexico. It's spicy, it's delicious, it's part of the culture. This is Jim in Mexico saying, Ole, God bless.